As expected, the second Tekken Talk for Season 2 has been officially confirmed to be on this Monday, on the 24th of March. We finally get to know more about Anna Williams and probably get a lot more sneak peeks on what's coming in Season 2. What makes this interesting is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we're getting 2 Tekken Talks in a single month. The first Tekken Talk we had gave us a sneak peek at Anna, of course gave us the date of review for Season 2, also gave us a sneak peek at the changes coming to the game. So the question begs, what is the purpose of the second Tekken Talk this time around? Are there major changes coming to Season 2? Let's talk about that and just overall what's been going on in the Tekken 8 community. Yosh, let's first talk about Anna Williams, revealed to be the first DLC character for Season Pass 2. Now this was received with a lot of mixed reviews. Some people were not for the idea of having Anna back so soon. Most people wanted her to come later during the game's lifespan, maybe Season 3, Season 4. People also don't like the fact that she's a DLC character again, so you have to buy her twice. But of course, this is how fighting games work these days. A DLC character can be any character on the roster at this point. Like even Jin can come as a DLC character. We've seen Heihachi come back as a DLC character, so that's very, very possible. So depending on how you feel about this, matter of fact is Anna is here and she's here to stay. Her design was also received with a fair bit of criticism. A lot of people don't like her hairstyle, which is basically like Eddie all over again. I kind of like it. Like I said, it brings out her personality. She always wants to flaunt, you know, she's like a diva. So the colors do make her pop. So now we didn't get a lot of information about how Anna works in this game. We just got to see a few of her moves, like a change to her full crouch. She has this debuff she has when she hits you with her rocket launcher. We still don't know what that does. With what we've seen so far from the trailer, she does look like a strong character. Of course, in Season 2, we're getting that full crouch mix-up now from a hit engager, which just fits her playstyle or her archetype as a full crouch mix-up character perfectly. So I predict this character will be strong in Season 2. From what we've seen so far, at least she looks very, very strong. So yeah, she finna cook, bro. Like, trust, she looks hella strong. So obviously from the Tekken Talk coming, we'll get a deep dive on Anna, kind of like Eddie and Heihachi. We got to see more of how the character works. We'll see that as well. Of course, it's a product, we have to know what we're getting. So yeah, we'll get to know more about what this character does and how she works. Secondly, and perhaps the most important change people want to know about going into Season 2 is the balance changes. And this is why I think we are having a second Tekken Talk in the same month as well. I think they'll dive deeper into the balance changes because they know people have been hella complaining about the bullshit in this game in terms of balancing, bro. Like, it's been ass, and I think they know this. And like, why have a second Tekken Talk in the same month when you could have covered everything in that first Tekken Talk? They gave us a few sneak peeks at upcoming changes, including being able to sidestep in both directions, whether you're crouched or not, as well as like buffering a sidestep input during a block string. Like, they gave us a few look at the changes, but they could have actually covered everything else. Like, they had time, bro. That first Tekken Talk had a bunch of filler with in terms of like advertisement products. I could have used that to fill that in with balance changes or just mechanic changes coming to S2. So like, for me, it makes me curious. I don't want this to be copium and give you guys false hope on like massive changes coming, but like, bro, like, why? Like, let's think about it for a second, right? This balance update, this Tekken Talk will cover Anna, and it will cover a sneak peek changes on the balancing as well. Like, what else are they going to cover? Obviously, they'll talk about character usage, you know, rank, statistics, and all that jazz. But like, outside of that, what else are they going to talk about? The Tekken Tour, that will take about one slide, maybe, right? What else? They've already covered so much in that first Tekken Talk. So like, what is this Tekken Talk going to be dedicated to? That's what has me curious. Like, is there something big coming to the game? Maybe not even around balance changes, maybe even like story maybe, or some huge ass content coming to the game. Like, for me, it still doesn't add up. Bamco might be cooking something here, boys. They might be cooking. I don't know, but again, I don't want to be like copium heavy and give you guys false hope, so let's leave that on the back burner for now until the date actually comes this Monday. So in terms of balance changes, people are still worried about the heat engagers being plus 17, despite the change coming to the side step and the buffering input as well. So it's still concerning. So hopefully Namco have heard the feedback. Mayo Kobore tweeted a lot just after the first Tekken talk, and people did bring it up a lot. He's talking about how feedback on Twitter is very toxic and negative and people are not constructive. So he did get a bunch of comments talking about how, you know, the balancing has been asked, people are frustrated and they want huge system changes. Hopefully he did get a bit of that feedback and hopefully it's kind of been implemented, but I'm not having my hopes up. Like, this is Namco we're talking about. But again, dude, like, it just has me questioning why we're having this second Tekken talk. Like, just how massive are these balance changes going to be? In terms of character balance changes, I think this will take up a huge chunk of the Tekken talk itself. Like, we've talked about this a million times. A lot of characters have been busted for the longest since season 1. And bro, these nerfs have to come, man. The nerfs have to fucking hit the spot. We're talking about the low tiers getting some love. The top tiers are getting absolutely destroyed, but keeping them at least in a good state after the nerfs as well. So in terms of balance changes, I think we will get a huge chunk in this upcoming Tekken talk. Something else we might get is the order in which DLC characters are announced, or the DLC season pass for every particular season. So as of right now and throughout the history of Tekken, at least starting from like Tekken 7, DLCs are always released like one at a time. So you can buy the season pass without even knowing which characters you're getting. Of course, this can be a downside because at the end of the day, you are paying for a product and you don't even know what you are getting for that particular product. Games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat just show everything coming in that particular season pass, all the DLCs as well as all the stages at one particular go. Now there's a different side to this argument. People are saying getting everything at the same time kills the hype, which I do agree to some extent. Like, it's always hype seeing an unexpected DLC revealed at like EVO and makes a huge, like, builds up so much fucking hype, so much fucking noise. It's so hype. I won't even lie. That Heihachi review had me losing my mind, bro. Like, holy shit, I was screaming my lungs out at like 3 a.m, bro. It was that freaking hype. Like, no one saw this coming. So like, revealing all the DLC characters at the same time might kill that aspect of like hype and expectations, right? So that's the other side of the argument. So which one you prefer? Honestly, at this point, it's fucking lemons and oranges, bro. I have to know what I'm paying for. I have to know the product I'm getting, bro. Like, I still haven't bought season 1. Like, for me, I don't think it's worth it. I do love Heihachi and I want to play Eddie, but I don't care about Clive. I don't care about Lydia at this point. So for me, it's not really that important to get season 1. Of course, for content creation, I will eventually get it. But like, as of now, as a Tekken player and someone that wants to play different characters, it's not worth it for me personally, right? Despite my love for Tekken. So for me, I want to see every single character come into the game and then make a decision on whether I want to buy the pass or not. So let me know which side you guys are on. Like, this has been an ongoing argument for over a few weeks right now, so people are still talking about it. I'm not saying this will be covered in Tekken Talk, but it might be something they talk about and maybe give a date on when they'll make a decision on this, because Michael did make a poll and the poll actually won in favor of revealing every single DLC at the same time. Now, he didn't say this doesn't determine the decision of what they'll make going forward, but they will talk about it. So maybe we'll get more information on that. So something we'll hopefully expect to see as well covered in this upcoming Tekken Talk. I also want to talk a bit about the community currently. So we had a cracked event last week, Korea versus Pakistan, held in Korea, and this event was amazing. Pakistan ended up taking the whole event. Like, these guys are cracked. Like, Pakistan as a team, oh my days. Like, if these guys sent all their boys at every event, honestly, like, their win rate would be so much higher than it is right now. Now, a lot has been going on with this event. Like, after the events, bro, like, there's so much salt. Obviously, Aslan Ash was happy about his community, and we all know the hate this man gets whenever he tries to flex or like just celebrate his victories. Like people get way too salty over Aslan talking shit on Twitter, bro. Like come on, it's just a freaking game, right? It's just a game, guys. Don't need to take it so personal. Like I don't understand why people get so salty about such things. They start sending death threats, talking shit. Like it's a fucking game, right? And I think people have been too comfortable seeing Korea at the top for so long that it's a bit hard for them to grasp that a new and upcoming region is just way better than everyone else. Now I'm not saying Pakistan is stronger than Korea, but like bro, if you look at what's been happening over the last 7 years or so since Tekken 7, like I mean come on, and they've won the first major event, so I don't know. Aslan Ash has like 5 evils, bro. Like I don't know, like you can't argue with numbers, you can't argue with stats, but at the end of the day people do have varying opinions. Korea is still very strong. Like Ni cooked in like first to 5 sets and first to 10 sets, he like destroyed so many of them, bro. I think only a few people won against him. But yeah, this is a topic of discussion that's always ongoing. This brings me to the beefing. There's been so much beef like over the EU versus NA. Like this shit has been hilarious, bro. Like it's been so funny watching Speed Kicks, Joker, like Ken and Trent just talking shit about EU versus NA. Like this for me is like the passion, bro. Like this is what brings Tekken together. Like there's so much positivity. Remember how I talked about how the Tekken community is very negative? It's always negative, talking shit about Namco, how the game is ass, but that hasn't been happening over the past few, like last 2 months since the Tekken talk. This is because Namco has given us a bit of information concerning season 2 and the changes coming, so people have turned a blind eye to the negative aspects of the game and are now focusing on the positives, the hype, the passion, the competitiveness, the beef. But the beef has been fucking hilarious. Seeing Speed Kicks talking shit, like oh my days. We need an EU versus NA part 2. Of course, NA won the first one in Tekken 7, so they want the run back and we need the run back. This for me had me smiling, bro. It's nice seeing the community in this state. It's so nice, and this is what happens when Namco are transparent with the community, when Namco communicate and give us more info, like communicate more often and tell us what's coming. Don't just edge us and give us blue balls, bro. It sucks. People will be frustrated, bro. They will need to get their anger out, and we haven't been seeing that recently because they've been communicating, right? So yeah, it's good to see the Tekken community in this state. Obviously I don't think this will be talked about in the Tekken talk, but like it would be nice if it came out as a surprise. Maybe they want to help, you know, fund more region-based tournaments. Hopefully that would be nice to hear, but it's a fast trade. But hopefully we do get something in that sense. I just wanted to talk about the community and how it's been positive, and it's how it's good to see. Like keep the spirits up, guys. Hopefully we do get justice in season 2. Alright boys, I also wanted to cover some of the variety content coming to the channel. Of course, I've spoken about this quite a few times, so I want to dive deeper into this just a bit, starting with Bleach Rebirth of Soul. So the game is officially out. I'm just waiting for reviews. As of right now, from what we know, there is no ranked currently in the game, and the community is going crazy. People are talking shit and bashing the game right now. However, ranked has been data mined to be coming later in the future, so it's something I think they're working on the side. I think the game was rushed, honestly, and they didn't release it with ranked, which is just crazy. But the game will get ranked, or so it seems. We just have to wait for an official announcement. The netcode as of right now is 50-50. I don't think it's rollback, it might be delay based, but so far from what I've seen, it's looking decent. In terms of mechanics, this game, guys, is actually deep. It's not your average arena fighter like Naruto or Demon Slayer. As you can see, the characters actually face each other, right? There's footsies, there's movement, there's sidestepping, there's dashing. Like it's a legit fighting game as well. Does not have quite the same depth as original, as like a basic fighting game or like Tekken, but it does have depth to it. At least better than your average arena fighter. It's a very good game and I'm looking at it. So I'm waiting for reviews, waiting to see how good the netcode is, and then I will get the game. But I just might get it, guys, because I do love Bleach. I'm a huge sucker for Bleach. I made a poll a few days ago asking about Bleach, and The reception was decent. I did get quite a few of you guys who are interested, so I might actually cover this game, so heads up. Secondly is Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter was supposed to be covered, but the game really does not have an end game I'm excited about. You can't really grind this game outside of just farming for equipment when you finish the game, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I had the same issue in World as well. You just grind for items, but you don't have anywhere to take those powerful items or your powerful gear, right? I want to like fight bosses and maybe like a PvE rank or something like that, but we'll see. Depending on how I feel, I might just get the game anyway and just cover it. But as of right now, Bleach Rebirth of Souls might be a priority. There's also a Bleach mobile game, Bleach Resonance, which looks absolutely insane. Something I might also cover. The only problem is this is a gacha game. It's a mobile gacha game, and that doesn't really interest a lot of people, but something I'll most likely cover. But anyway, this is what you most likely expect in terms of variety content, with Bleach Rebirth of Souls being a priority and might actually come in the next few weeks, depending on how good I like the game and how good the reviews are. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, guys. Tekken Talk on Monday. Hopefully we do get what we want for this game. We just want the game to be better. We want justice for season 2. Some major balance changes are needed. So how do you guys feel about the current state of Tekken 8 with everything happening with Pakistan and Korea? Which region do you think is better? First of all, we have NA versus EU. Which region do you think is better? I want to hear your opinion on the whole issue about the DLCs. Should they be released at once? Should they keep the hype as they've been doing all these years and release them one at a time? You let me know about that as well. If you've made this far, as usual, don't forget to doria that like button, subscribe if you're new, and may the frame data be ever in your favor. GG, Name gang.